Hello and welcome to my October 2nd, creating photos and videos. This year was my year to upgrade my iPhone. And I'd early on decided that this time I am buying the iPhone with the most storage I can afford. I'm tired of having to juggle files and free up space. 256 gigabytes was going to be my goal. And had the iPhone XR, which doesn't really come out until later in October and may even be delayed a little bit more, had it had a 512 gigabyte option, I probably would have waited for that because it was really all that I probably needed. However, I was spoiled by my iPhone 7 Plus, where I had two lenses and had a real lens shooting telephoto. And so the two lenses on the XS, the iPhone XS, really kind of convinced me that I wanted to get that, plus photo-related improvements in the camera and the software, which is the software improvements are available across all three new phones. However, it's more than a smartphone, isn't it? I mean, that's especially true for those of us who are interested in photography, and even more especially for those of us that have gotten involved in video. These incredibly powerful little computers we carry around in our pockets now just do an amazing array of things, not the least of which is create stunning images as well as excellent video. Okay, enough with the justification for why I bought it and why I bought what I bought. What do I think of it after a week and a half of having it? I like it, but it's small. I mean, I never thought that I would think a phone this size, and it's really not that small. I really gotten used to my 7 Plus, and so it does appear smaller. There were a couple things that I did want to test. For example, does my ND filter, my newer ND filter, work on this particular model? And I was pretty sure it would, because it's really so adaptable. It'll work on almost any smartphone. The other issue was the hollow clips. Will the hollow clips work? And the jury's still out on that. They work. I get a little bit of a fringe on them, but I understand from hollow clip they'll convert each lens you have that was for a 7 Plus, 6 Plus, or whatever, for $20. So I've inquired about that, but I haven't heard any more on that. So the jury, as I say, is still out on the hollow clip. Next, because of the massive storage that I have compared to what I had before, 256 gigabytes now on my iPhone XS, I can finally sync it again with my iPad Pro, which also has 256 gigabytes. So that's nice. The next test was, will this iPhone work in my smartphone holders? And again, that wasn't an issue because since it's a little bit smaller than 7 Plus, I was pretty sure it would work in every holder I had, except for the ones that I had for my iPhone 5. So that worked out. Every holder I have works fine with the XS. Finally, the audio test. I wanted to test it with the Purple Panda and the Smart Lav Plus labs that I have. Worked fine. And I'm using it with the Saramonic wireless mic right now, and I'm recording this with my iPhone XS. So that appears to be working fine too. And finally, in the audio arena, the XS will record in stereo. So I'm going to do some tests of that, and we'll see what that sounds like. I'm using the iPhone XS in the native video app, and I'm recording to see how the sound sounds since the XS has stereo speakers and stereo mics. I'm now recording with the Filmic Pro app at the resolution setting at 3K, using the front-facing camera, the selfie camera, and the front mic. I'm now recording with the Filmic Pro app, and I have my Purple Panda wired lav mic attached. And then a final category is just using it to make images, take pictures. I'm doing that more and more than my iPhone. When we go on trips, I used to say I was taking about a third of the pictures that I took on a trip with my iPhone. I suspect now I'll probably even take more, because the camera on this is phenomenal. The rear-facing camera, both lenses are 12 megapixel. The front-facing camera is still 7 megapixel. The improvements in the lenses, in the camera, the improvements in the software, the improved speed of the phone all make the photo taking process great. the new HDR, forget what they call it, but an HDR feature, or the improved HDR feature, is supposed to be phenomenal. And the ability to, after the fact, that blows my mind, be able to change the depth of field in the image you've taken is also incredible. That's being done through software. So, do I like my iPhone XS? Yeah, I do. And I think I'll keep it. Thank you very much for checking in on this Creating Photos and Videos episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.